brakes. my wife I was going to sell, and she said, no, why would you sell it? You have time and you have the money in it. What are you going to do? Get rid of it and buy another one and start all over?
Right.
I said, not at this age, I guess I'm not. Dual quads, at one time it had tunnel ram, and it had the hood cut and it had tunnel ram on it. And then I got caught in the rain a couple times, and I was like, no, I can't have this. So that's why I went to this, which was probably, I'm going to say, about 5 or 6 years. But, and that's where I'm at.
Does it run better than the tunnel ram?
No.
For real?
I like the tunnel ram. I actually thought about making it a blower car because all my friends have blower cars, and I was like, I didn't want to do the tunnel ram, so why would I go and cut my hood and do it all over?
Because of the tunnel ram and blower is totally different worlds.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a lot of people get rid of tunnel rams and get blowers.
Right. Well, that was the whole thing. Like, when I was redoing this motor, it's only been like in the summertime. That's when I thought about doing it, and.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to the K-Man Clash YouTube channel. Just want to let you know we have an event coming up. It's called J.W. Shepherd Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. 4th annual J.W. Shepherd Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina, at the American Legion Post number 7, May 31st, 2025, 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Registration fee is a cash donation. We have refreshments on site, participants' choice trophies, long distance trophy, people's choice trophy, ATM, plenty of trailer parking, a plethora of area hotels. J.W. Shepherd. 4th annual J.W. Shepherd Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. May 31st, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina.
Okay,
Took it
so
down to scratch.
you took it down to scratch.
Yeah.
So this ain't nothing bought. You built this car.
Yes.
So what was it? What kind of shape was it in when you got it?
Yeah, the car was pretty much together.
Okay, was it a race car when you bought it?
No, it was just a cruising street machine.
Cruising street machine.
Yeah, I did a lot of upgrades to it. The 502. I was running a stick, a manual.
Right.
Then I started racing it a lot, and I went over to an automatic.
Okay. All right. And what did it come with? What did it have in it when you got
It
it?
had a Muncie 4-speed.
What about engine?
The engine, it had the 502 in it.
It had the 502
Yeah,
in there.
I just cleaned it up. The guy I bought it from, just blew the motor that was in here, and instead of having the motor rebuilt, he just went and bought a crate motor from GM.
Okay, now let me ask you this. When you bought this car, was it your intentions to do this to the car when you first bought it?
Yeah.
So you bought that?
I had a plan.
You had the plan?
Yeah, I had a plan. I had a plan that I was gonna do the radius wheel wells on the quarter panels. I was gonna make it look like a gasser. I had the color picked out.
Do you have a straight front axle?
No, that's not a straight front axle.
Okay.
That's just the front is raised with 2-inch ball joint spaces.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Why a gasser?
I just like the way they look.
Okay.
I like the way they look.
Okay, so what first turned you on about gases?
I always liked them. Whenever I saw them online or when I went to I own a 57 Chevy.
You have one now?
For 50 years I had it. I bought it when I was in high school. I still have it.
Okay.
I used to race down in Englishtown. And then 2001, I redid the whole car over and made it just show. So I was showing the car a lot. But back when Englishtown was open, they used to have something on Saturday nights called the Digs, where you can bring your car, hang out, show it, and you can run it on the 1/8 of a mile in the back.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. So I started racing the 57 again, and I got hooked again. I didn't want to ruin the car because I had it all set up to show. I said, you know what? I always wanted a 55 too. So I looked around. It took me 2 years to find a decent 55 at a decent price because I knew I was going to rip it down and make it to what I wanted to look like. And I found one, and in about a year, working through the whole winter, got it all pretty much together the way I wanted it, and here it is.
And what size tires you have on the back?
Those are 28s, 15 by 28 by 10s.
Okay.
28. The
28 tall.
diameter.
Okay.
10-inch width.
Okay.
15-inch rim.
Okay. All right. Wow, they look bigger than that. Okay.
Yeah, no, they fill the wheel wells nice in there.
And it's a 10-inch rim.
No, that's actually an 8.5-inch rim.
8.5.
Yeah.
And it looks that wide.
Yeah.
Wow. 15 by 8.5.
That's 15 by 8.5 the rim. And the tie is 10. 10 by
Okay.
28. And
Okay.
when I race it, I put regular slicks on it.
Okay.
Those are M&H's Street Masters. They're just as soft as a slick compound, so the car hooks good with them.
Okay.
But I don't like to race with them because I'll wear them out too quick.
Okay, let me ask you this now. What kind of times you run with this?
The best time I've done with this so far is 11:20.
Wow, that's doing it. That's doing it.
11:20.
And that's just a regular crate 502.
That's a stock internal crate motor. The only difference is the carburetor and the distributor, and the car's tuned to run on the track.
Okay, what gear?
The gears in the back, 411s.
Or 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
The turbo 400.
Okay.
I got a street converter in there, only with about a 3,000 store.
Okay. Okay.
My name is. You doing all this? Okay, ready?
Yeah.
My name is Dave Roscoe. This is my '63 Corvette. I race it for fun with a club called Nitro, the Northeast Timing Organization. It's a club that races just for fun. It's not on the national event scale. So you don't got to go crazy with money. I know it sort of looks that way, but a lot of guys like to race like this, and I don't have to worry about keeping up with the Joneses. It's a handmade sort of car. It's the chassis kit from Jerry Bickle, and then I finished it off with all the rest of the stuff: tin work, engine, wiring. The only thing I don't do is paint.
Okay.
That's the only thing I never did.
Okay.
I don't have the facilities.
How long
for
you
it.
had it?
I finished it in 2013.
Okay. When did you start on it?
When did I start on it? Maybe 2010.
Oh, that's
I
pretty.
work in I build it all out of my two-car garage in the back of the house.
That's still pretty fast.
I have a TIG welding machine, and I have a lot of access to milling stuff, and I know where to go to get all engine stuff done. And
And speaking of engine, tell me about the engine.
the engine is a 615 cubic inch big block. You could say it's a Chevy. It's an aftermarket block by Brodex. The cylinder heads are Oldsmobile Pro Stock spread port heads. And it's 615 cubic inches, as I said. It produces 1,175 horsepower and 960 foot-pounds of torque. And it's a single 4-barrel engine on gasoline. The transmission is a Turbo 400, but no 400 parts are in it. It looks like one. It's all aftermarket, strictly race car. All the materials, there's nothing. All strong materials. That's why the original 400 parts in there will break. This is on a Pro Mod scale. And the rear end is a custom-made housing. It's fabricated chrome moly housing with floater axles. And
How many splines?
40 splines, and the axles are gun drilled. It's 410 gears, and it's a strange, what's called an ultra case that the ring and pinion is in. It's a carbon fiber drive shaft with big U joints. And that's about it.
Okay. And what size tires you got on the back?
They're Hoosier tires. They're 33 and a half 17s. 16-inch rims. 16-inch diameter rims.
Wow. You serious? This is a serious car. This is serious right here. Okay. And I'm just.
Ron, I liked your 57 better, though.
My 57. Rear end? Mm-hmm. It's not the regular rear end. That's all.
Small block, single turbo pro mod, and what I do at the track is basically I'm the backup girl. So I back them up. I work on the car whenever we have to do anything motor wise. It's a 118 turbo, so I mean it moves.
It's a big turbo.
Yeah, it goes 360. So
In 8 mile.
in the yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
So yeah, I help work on it whenever I can, but he's the driver. So
Okay.
and I always do it in heels. So I mean, you gotta run in heels if you want to be a backup girl.
How many inch are those heels?
I don't know, maybe 3, 4, something like that.
That's the.
Made for walking.
They are. Subscribe to Cleveland Classics.
Hey there.
Kick that out of your way. Watch your lanes, yeah?
Okay. Oh man. Oh, this serious business.
Yeah, my name's Earl Metzler. You're looking at a 1948 Anglia. It's an English car. They were brought into the United States, and most of the time they just made them into race cars. They were a very cheap model, and right now, like in England, they still race these cars consistently. This car's got a 427 blown big block in it with a 2-speed power glide. It's a center steer car that we built. We spent about 2.5 years putting the car together. It's been painted out at Glen Eck at the painting place out in Moulton, Pennsylvania, and we just do all the work ourselves, and we do it because these old cars need to be saved, and they need to be put back on the racetracks.
Okay, now you said you raced this car.
Not yet.
You never raced it?
Not yet.
Okay, how long
Brand
have
new
you?
build.
How long? How long you had it?
I've had the car 2.5 years.
Okay, now why in Anglia? Out of all the cars in the world, what made you get in Anglia?
Back in the 60s, when I would go to the racetrack as a young kid, these cars were all over the place. You know, this is what they were racing. So for me, this is what I grew up on.
You know what? And to be honest with you, I've been going to shows since 1992. I've never seen an Anglia that wasn't a race car.
I know. Well, this one we're trying to put somewhat on the street, and you may see this one on the street. Everything's working on it: turn signals, headlights, all that stuff. But trying to register things in Pennsylvania can be a little interesting at times.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And what kind of compression? Well, it's low compression since
It's
it
a
has
low
a big block.
compression,
So you can run off. You can run off pump gas.
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow. Okay. What size tires you got on the back of that?
Right now, I'm running a full slick on the back.
What size?
It's a 32 by 14 by 15.
That's a lot of tire.
Yep.
What gear ratio?
430.
This is serious. This is serious. Okay. And where are you out of?
I'm out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania.
Okay. And tell me about these wheels.
The wheels are from California. American Racing makes a set of them, but these were done by. You're gonna have to give me a second.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like I think I seen one of these kind of wheels on Stonewoods and Cook's.
Yeah,
car.
they are. They're on
Okay.
a lot of the old school cars, and that's why there's still a few companies that are making those. But yeah, I found a company out in California that was making this brand of wheels, so that's where I got them.
Let me ask you this. How much does this car weigh?
I haven't put it on a scale yet, but
It looks light.
It's light. It is steel doors and steel roof and steel body, but it's a fiberglass front end. But it's still
It was
light.
light
It's
with all. It was light with all the steel on it.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to the K-Lane Classics YouTube channel. Just want to let you know we have an event coming up called the 3rd annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church. August 16th, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. AC in the Fellowship Hall. Registration fee is a cash donation. Plenty of trailer parking. Refreshments on site. Participant choice trophy. Dash plaque to the first 100 entries. Dash plaque to the first 100 entries. Participant choice trophy. Long distance trophy. Pastor's choice trophy. Members choice trophy. Participant choice trophy. J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. August 16th, 2024. Rain date will be 7 days later. And if it rain again, it'll be 7 days after that. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. 3rd annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair.
20, but just before it started.
Is this yours?
Nope, mine's a little black one down the end.
Okay.
Little short one.
Okay.
Back in the green for the summer, the spring, it feels good.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to the K-Lane Classic YouTube channel. We just have an event that we want to tell you about. It's called the 4th Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. 4th Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. It'll be May 31st, 2025. American Legion Post number 7, 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. Registration fee is a cash donation. Registration fee is a cash donation. We have refreshments on site. Indoor dining facility. Canteen will be open. ATM. Refreshments on site. ATM. Plenty of trailer parking. A plethora of area hotels. Dash plaques to the first 100 participants. Participants' choice trophies. Long distance trophy. People's choice trophy. Come on out and have a good time. 4th Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza, May 31st, 2025, from 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 3rd Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. Plenty of trailer parking, a plethora of area hotels. Registration fee is a cash donation. We will also have a 50-50 cash drawing. We will have a 50-50 cash drawing so you can win you some cold hard cash money. 4th Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza, May 31st, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. May 31st, 2025. Registration fee is a cash donation.
My name is Mike D'Ambrosia, and this is a 1954 Studebaker Commander that we bought as a project, and it was about a 1 month build, or 1 year build. And start out in the front here. The front is a slide off front end. We extended the firewall out to slide in, so we didn't want no fasteners hanging out. Basically, it's the same style as stock, but it's fiberglass. Interiors, the seats were out of a Cobalt that we had reupholstered to match the car, and the door panels and the headliner and all that was all done in-house.
What year did you get this car?
I bought this car about 2 years ago.
And why?
I wanted to do something different. And the Studebaker caught my eye. The poor man that had bought it started the project and passed away, so I took it on after that.
Okay.
Now back here, we ran our exhaust out the sides through the quarter panels.
Okay.
We also built our fins. This car did not have fins. They used to slope down sort of like the front, but it was all rotted out, so I said, let's just build some fins. We eliminated all the rain gutters. We did not chop the top. The glass is original, and the reason I painted it is because it was all fogged, and the glass costs as much as the car. So we said, let's just camouflage it and do the windows.
Okay.
It's tub. It's got a Ford 9-inch in it, and it's a turbo 400 transmission and a 454 Chevy with a supercharger.
What size tires?
That's a 31-18-5.
Okay. And what's your gear ratio?
411
Okay.
and a posi, 31 spline axles.
Okay.
The car was built to drive, not really to race.
Okay.
But when someday we will race it.
Well, when Pro Street first started, people were driving these cars.
Oh yeah, I drive.
Hundreds of miles.
Yeah. I drive the car. I built it to drive. The motor is detuned to drive.
Right.
But
Okay, now
Ourselves, striping, everything was done ourselves. We painted the car in a 10 by 20 shed.
okay,
So it's pretty much all home built car.
okay. Now why you have SS up here?
That was a joke because I wanted the power by GM. I used the GM seats, GM transmission. They said, let's call it a Studebaker SS.
Okay. And where did the hood tack come from?
That's a Pontiac hood tack.
Okay.
There's two 750 Hollies on there.
All righty.
My name is Bob Bilbo. My dad built these cars from like 1957 until 62, 63. He built almost 400 of these cars. It's got a blown 392 Hemi in. You got Hillborn 4-port injection. This guy right here, Bill Klein, was walking away. He's the caretaker of this car. $290 you could buy this chassis for in 1962. A lot of famous people ran these cars in the early days because they were safe, cheap, and reliable. And people like Joe Giacona, Joe Amata owned one of these cars. Bigwig people, Jim and Allison Lee.
So what is this car called?
This is called a Lywood Eliminator 2 chassis.
Okay.
And it's 98-inch wheelbase. Every year they got a little bit longer, a little more modern. My dad built everything that you can buy on this car out of a catalog. It's supposed to be one of the first catalog available cars. Like I said, it's like a 1960 car. They're cool. This one here we run on Nitro. It's a cackle car. Got a banjo rear end in. It's a beautiful example of what he would have had in 1960 if he had enough money to build something. Most people didn't make this fancy. They put them together and ran them. My dad also built this car right here. It's an Alter. And the guy behind us is Bruce Larson. He's a world champion funny car driver, and he has two of these cars. It's just old school.
How much does it weigh?
That I'm not really certain about. I think around 1,400 pounds himself, I believe. I'm not certain about that. We really don't know. A lot of the parts are old military parts. The fuel tank is actually off a old bomber airplane. It's a hydraulic tank off a bomber. The tubing came from military dirigibles. So it was chromoly tubing. And in a day, they were the ticket.
Because it's reliable.
They ran good, they went straight, and they went fast.
Okay.
They're coming back around in popularity. My dad built almost 400 of these chassis. And that's what fed us as kids.
Okay.
Even the rear wheels are homemade rear wheels. My dad would take an old wheel, widen it out, split it, weld gussets in it, because he didn't have the money to afford to buy a mag wheel. Inside it, he would make the steering wheel. You could see Lywood welding on it. The gas pedal says Lywood welding. It got an old banjo rear end in it. The front friction shocks say Lywood welding on it. We ran the company up to about 4 years ago. My dad passed away in 1985. We ran it up to about 4 years ago. And they were it's pretty much set.
You can do whatever. Watch that behind you.
Yeah, 4,500.
I thought you said 4,500.
No, no.
Because there's all kinds of rooms.
I always remember the 59 Chevys with the big fenders.
That always makes me go. When they get sick, it's when they get more expensive. But I don't make much on them, so I'll see you up there. Yeah, anytime they can come on in, so I'm using now, I'm racing, so I'm using her 6-7 days a week, so. Did you finally hammer it?
Unless you want the one out of the Camaro.
That's the beauty of the arrow. That's why we joke around with the arrow, because of my freaking distributor. Well, yeah, it's my profile imitation.
481 inches.
Oh, this now you were talking about.
This is the one over at the mountain that ran 427. This is the one.
I think it's just telling you what it is.
We have an event coming up called the J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. The J.W. Shepherd 3rd Annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. August 16th, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. 9 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. Registration fee is a cash donation. Plenty of trailer parking. AC in the fellowship hall. Dash black to the first 100 participants. Participants choice trophy. Long distance trophy. Refreshments on site. Pastor's choice trophy. People's choice trophy. Members choice trophy. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. August 16th, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. Rain date is 7 days after that. Okay, so the rain date is August 23rd, 2025. And if it rains that day, we'll have it the next week. Okay, so far it's August 16th, 2025, 9 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. 50/50 cash drawing. Registration fee is a cash donation. Refreshments on site. Homemade delights on site. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church. Participant choice trophy. Long distance trophy. Pastor's choice trophy. Members choice trophy. People's choice trophy. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Griffin, North Carolina. August 16th, 2025. August 16th, 2025. Third annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. Third annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church, August 16th, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. Come see us. Third annual. We're trying to keep these kids in school. Come see us. Excuse me.
Oh yeah? '75 Chevy Bonza coupe. It's got a 364 cubic inch LS motor. Pro Mod 88 millimeter turbo. It's controlled by Holley Dominator ECU.
Tell me about the turbo again now.
It's got a Precision Pro Mod 88 millimeter on it.
So it's a Pro Mod turbo.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Made just shy of 1,000 horsepower on 93 octane. It's only been on pump gas. Never had any kind of race fuel or anything in it yet. Brand new Ron Davis radiator. We just got in it this past summer to help with cooling issues that we were having before. 275 tire car. Me and my father back half the car ourselves, 4-link. Pretty much built it in our house garage.
Okay, so this is a radio tire car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now tell me, what is this? I see the intake manifold, but what's this on top of the intake
So
manifold?
it's got a shear fab intercooler in it.
That's an intercooler.
Yep. It's got water lines that run to a tank in the trunk that holds water and ice to keep the intake air temps cool when we race.
And what kind of numbers you run with this?
It's been 875 at 153 miles an hour so far, 193 octane.
On 93 octane.
93 octane, I can drive to the track and drive it home.
What kind of transmission you got?
It's got a reed case turbo 400 in it. It's got full interior. It's got a radio that works, AM, FM, from 75.
Ooh, you got the push button radio.
Yep. It's got a factory Monza radio in it.
You still got the back seat.
Back seat, headliner, all the lights work.
And what kind of gear you got in the back?
It's got a 350 rear gear in it.
Wow, that's not too much gear either. You can have some decent gas mileage on the highway.
It drives pretty well.
Like some people, cars I have filmed with the car seat in. So that's your intercooler.
Yep, intercooler tank, battery.
Now, what did y'all do about the tubs? Now, you said you didn't want full tubs, so what did you do?
This is actually Mustang tubs from Detroit Speed. I didn't want the squared off tubs like a normal Pro Street car. One of them round looking factory.
And they do look factory.
Yep, I respattered the whole trunk with the OEM spatter paint.
And it looked like carbon fiber roll cage.
Yeah, JSC killed it with the roll cage and never lifted all the fabric up front. For the
Now, that's where the spare tire goes.
Correct, that's the original spare tire well, and it's actually still fit in there. The little,
Now, if you, I don't know.
I bet you could see good there.
Pretty much when I bought it, it was just chassis, motor and training weren't in it. It was a big block, alcohol injected big block car with a turbo 400. Motor and transmission were in I have a 68 Chevelle, and I pulled these out of that, and I did everything from the front, back, changed everything. Interior, mounts, transmission, suspension. The only thing that's pretty much the same on this car when I bought it is the paint job.
Okay.
Glass and all that stuff. So yeah, and the bars. Only bars and stuff I changed were all the seat mounts and a bunch of stuff inside.
So what did you put in here as far as?
It's a first gen small block. It's a 421 cubic inch small block.
Okay.
It's like 14 2 to 1.
Wow. So you raced this car? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
What kind of gear you got in the back?
It's a 500 gear.
Wow, that's a lot. Woo.
Yeah.
So you turning some RPMs?
Yeah, it's a power glide, yeah. Yeah, I shipped it at 78. The stripe's about 77, 76, 80, something like that.
Okay. And what size tires you have on the back?
They're a 32 13.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got some meat back there.
Yeah. That's why there's so much gear in it.
Okay.
It's a lot of tire.
Okay.
So, a lot of tire. Not a lot of motor, but
right.
A lot of tire. So.
And how long you had this one?
This car I think I've had it 10 years.
All right.
Yeah.
And that was the intention when you got it. So what made you get a 66?
I was actually looking for a couple different cars. I was looking for a 60, like a 65 Chevelle, something like that, or a second gen Camaro, or 66 or 67 Nova. And I just came across this thing and met with the guy, and super cool dude. He was just getting out of racing. He had some issues with like COPD and some things like that.
Okay.
He couldn't race anymore because all the fumes and stuff like that.
Right.
He had everybody trying to trade him snowmobiles, and you know how that goes.
Mm-hmm. So is this a Dominator?
Yes, sir.
What size?
1050-ish, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of numbers you run?
It's like 920s. Low 920s. Like
so this thing is moving.
145.
Okay. So that's like 4s in the 8th mile.
No, it's like 580s.
Okay.
580s in the 8th.
And then you
585.
And you're still running 9s in the
Yeah, it runs through.
Okay.
For now, I have an F1R Pro Charger that I've been threatening to build, but it's a lot of other things come up. So we're gonna try and race it this spring the way it is now, and then maybe tear it apart over to like summer. My daughter plays college soccer, so when she's playing, I don't get to the track very much. So
Right.
I think we'll rip it apart then and maybe do that.
Okay.
Maybe a crank drive and the F1R on it and play around with it then. Chassis is
Okay.
only legal for 850.
Okay.
So we'd probably play with the like an 850 index or something.
Okay, now is this a back half car?
No, it's full chassis car.
Oh, full chassis
Yeah,
car.
there's nothing. The only thing that's stock in this car are the body panels.
Okay.
There's nothing else in it.
Okay.
There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of work, changing everything. I enjoy it, doing that part of it. Just building every part of it. Like made all the mounts, made all the the front plate.
And you already have the Pro Charger.
Yeah, it's on a shelf. Got everything. They even had a blow-through carburetor done for it. It's all sitting there. It's ready to go. Just got to pull the motor out and do a couple things to the motor. Way too much compression and the cam's wrong.
Oh yeah, especially on this one. You said this is 14-1.
Yeah, it's like 14.2.
Okay. Well, look.
Hey, how you doing? Well, Joanne bought the car brand new in 1967. She kept it for 3 years, and
Who's Joanne?
Joanne's my cousin, my first
Okay,
cousin.
okay.
Yeah, so I bought the car from her after she had owned it for 3 years.
Okay.
And I've had it ever since then. It was always a street car, a race car, and then about 40 years ago, I stopped racing and stuff and turned it into a pro street car.
Okay.
I've driven it over the last 40 years. I still drive it every now and then right now. But mainly now all I do is just the car shows and stuff.
Okay. Now, what did it come with?
It was an original 350 car. It was an original SS 350 4-speed car.
Stick car.
Stick car. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, what made you get it from your cousin?
What made it?
What made you get it from your cousin? Why did you get it from your cousin?
Oh, because I wanted it. Once I saw it sitting there, I wanted that car.
Okay.
I've had other cars in the past, but when I saw this one, I was like, oh, man, I want that car. So I just approached her. She actually, her family outgrew the car. She had 2 little boys at the time she bought it brand new. And within a matter of 3 years, the 2 little boys became 2 big boys. They got big real fast.
Right.
Took after daddy, big
Right.
boys. And she parked and bought a new Malibu wagon. And it was just sitting in the yard there under the tree, and I bought it from her.
Okay. Now, what year did you start racing it?
1973, 74.
Okay. And then you raced it for how long?
Oh, I raced it for 25 years almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me about this engine right here, because it looks serious right here. That looks serious.
Yeah, this is one of my small blocks. It's just a 355 small block with dark heads on it, sheet metal intake I had built for it, and a couple Dominators, 1050 Dominators.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Well, this motor loves the air and the gas, and it's just a natural aspirated motor.
But you got 2 Dominators up here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the motor loves them.
What size Dominators are those?
Those are 1050s.
2 1050s?
Yeah, 1050s. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what kind of numbers were you running when you was racing?
Oh, God, the cars running in the high 60s. Is just, like I said.
That's 10 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all steel, all glass?
Yes, sir.
Is that hood still steel?
No, the hood's, this hood is fiberglass.
Okay, but
the
still.
hood that came on is still at the house.
Okay, but still the body panels.
Yeah, everything else steel.
And it's all glass.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of tires, what size tires you got in the back?
Those are 18 5s by 31s.
Okay. All right. And what gear ratio?
Oh, I run 513s in this.
You got 513?
Yeah. Back in the day, we used to run those tall gears, you know.
That's overkill. Woo!
Well, I ran the.
But it'll move. It'll move.
Well, I ran the 557s for years, and then the more street driving I started doing, I jumped out the 557s, went to 513s.
Okay. But that's still a lot of gear, though.
But that was back then, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we had to do. We punished these.
So that's why them big block, them small blocks could do what they do because of all that gear.
Yeah.
What kind of transmission you got?
Yeah. Oh, right now it's just got a Ford top loader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a stick car. It's still a stick car.
Yeah, it's still a stick car. In fact, the car has the original vertical gate shifter. The first ones that was actually designed and built, and I met the man who designed the shifter, the engineer for Hirsch. I met with him a couple years ago. Just happened to run across him on one of the shows, and I still have the original shifter that I bought from Hirsch back then when they first came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you, this is nice. And this is the original color.
Yes, sir.
That butternut yellow.
Oh, butternut yellow. There
Yes,
you go.
sir, man. I always like that on these cars.
There you go. You hit it right there. The original colors, butternut yellow.
Now, how'd you come up with the purple accents?
Oh, I played around with a couple things, and
It looks good,
And
though.
there were some colors that my mother loved. Was she loved the purple, and she loved the teal color, and the mauve right there, especially the mauve. Those were her colors. So we used those pastel colors, what they call them, to help accent the paint because the yellow's hard to work with.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
they like bugs too.
Yeah, exactly. And the yellow is a hard color to appreciate in the daylight.
Yes.
When it's inside like this under the right lighting, it really does what it's supposed to do. But
Okay.
it's a hard color to show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to stay on top of it. I mean, the paint on the car is 40 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been that long since I painted it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is take care of it.
Yeah, I took it completely apart and repainted it piece by piece and then put it back together.
Okay. Now, did you back half it when you first started racing?
What's that?
When you first started racing, did you back half it?
Yeah.
Was it back half when you first started?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. And I like that you got stock interior in here, though.
Yeah, I try to maintain that nostalgia.
Yeah.
Pro Street look, you know.
And I like-
when we originally started doing them.
I like the steering wheel, and I like that you kept the stock gauges.
Yes, sir.
I like the fact that you did that. But it still looked like it'll move down the road.
Yeah.
Especially with all that gear, man. I can't get over that. Let me put the light on that.
It's truly been a fun car over the years.
So why did you hold on to it so long, though?
Oh, I love the car. The kids love the car. That's the hard thing about showing it now is all my kids are grown and gone, and most of the time I travel by myself. And this car is like family. My kids grew up back there going to races and going to places with me, sitting back before they had the telephones and stuff.
Oh yeah,
coloring books and reading and stuff. I put them in the back seat with a 5-gallon can back there with Cam too.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun with the car. The fuel system was designed I actually designed the system with John with Product Engineering. That's who built the pumps for me. And I do all my own work, my hoses, my motors, and everything.
Yeah. This is serious right here, boy. And you got all this. Hold on. Are you out of Virginia?
Yes, sir. That was me in 1972.
Where'd you get this?
Yeah, a friend of mine, actually a young boy, that later told me 30-some years later he was inspired by me 30-some years ago. And I knew him, but I didn't know him well. And I bumped into him a couple of years ago, and he said, I got something at the house for you, I want to bring it over. And he had built this model from that picture you see in the background. He built this model of that car and gave me that car. And now, to this day, he has Pro Street cars, and he's got a house full of these models.
And you were the one that inspired him?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Well, you know what? To be honest, you know. I will. Hold on. I will. Hold on, let me do some more of this.
Bob Jr. This is my 1965 442 Oldsmobile. 455 cubic inches of Oldsmobile power, 12-bolt rear, 390 gears. I drag race it. It is a clone of the original Shaw Oldsmobile car, an old super stock car. I restored this thing from pretty much ground up. It was a basket case. I raced it at Beaver Springs Dragway, South Mountain Dragway, Cecil County Dragway, and it's just a fun piece of equipment.
And how long you had it?
I had this car since 2004.
Okay. Now, what heads are you running?
I'm running what they call Oldsmobile C heads.
Okay.
And they are modified for racing.
Okay. With
roller rockers, the whole shenanigans what they put on race cars.
Okay, and you have a girdle?
No girdle. I'm one that runs without a girdle. I figured out through a couple other Oldsmobile people that I could run this thing without a girdle if I be careful with it. So.
How you be careful in racing?
You can.
Okay.
You can. That's what the shift late's for.
Oh, okay.
You know what that shift late's for? It comes on. You don't want to be the daggone dummy. You don't run a shift late.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: The back tires, is this car tubbed out?
No, it's not non-tub. It has a 12-bolt Chevelle rear end in it, which actually bolts right into this one.
Okay. So what size tires you have up there? Tires and wheels?
They're 29 5s by 9s.
Okay. And it's a 15 by 8?
15 by 8 wheel. American old style, classic American racing wheel, the first edition.
Okay. And you didn't do any modifications to make it fit?
No. The only thing I have on the rear, because the rear end's just a little bit shorter than I like it, I have a 1/4-inch spacer, wheel spacer on them. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, look, thanks for telling me about your car. I'm just going to walk around it a couple more times and just get some video on it.
Heck yes.
All right. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody do. There ain't nobody who don't have fun in the car.
As
He wanted me to have it.
Okay.
That was a tree that I had worked to cut it down.